Murder at Nottoway was developed by myself, Larry Schegsnyder, and I was commissioned by Nottoway Plantation to come up with an idea to entertain their audiences that are here for conventions or just getaways, mainly on the corporate side of their clients. Since we have started the murder mystery, we've seen that it has affected a lot of the public. The general public can come see the murder mystery. Very much entertaining, great meal, a really unique experience on site of the plantation. It's been very popular. We have been careful to build into this murder mystery elements of theater as well as dinner and also team building exercises for the corporate clients who are looking for that element within their stay here at Nottoway. And I must say it's been quite successful. The good thing is I have a good understanding of the history of Nottoway. I came take the tour, I did a lot of study, and I wanted to incorporate a lot of the history of the house within the story. And so basically the murder mystery takes place over a flashback. We use the diary of Cornelia Randolph, the Randolph's daughter, who in real life actually wrote a diary that later became a book. And in this instance, we use that to flash back 3 days to tell the story of a murder that has already occurred. In this instance, we have a Yankee from up north, Mr. Samuel Miller, who is visiting the family to negotiate a deal for cotton. What people will find out when they take the tour here or if they do a little research is Mr. John Randolph not only was a very successful sugarcane plantation owner, he also grew cotton and was very successful. He had a lot of cotton properties in Texas. And so we use that as a basis of the beginnings of our story. And of course, when the visitor arrives, things develop and eventually a murder occurs without giving away too much. And so that's the basis of it. But in the interim, we use a lot of real names for the people on the plantation, and we take a lot of real life scenarios that the public who is aware of the house and the history of the house can recognize within the story. So it makes it a lot of fun. You have to understand when corporations come here for a weekend getaway or for business meetings, and they are constantly looking for ways to not only provide their employees for a place to learn, a good learning environment, but they want it to be relaxing also. In the midst of that, corporations like that are constantly looking for team building exercises to make their unit a little more cohesive. So we were careful enough to provide some team building elements into our story, such as the audience is divided up into teams. Each table has a table number and they work together as a team. In between all the different scenes of the murder mystery, we gather a person from each table to come up to the front to answer a question, separate from their team. They have to do a little soul searching and try to compare notes, as it were. And then as the evening progresses, the characters in the murder mystery actually mingle amongst the crowd. And we encourage each team to ask questions of the cast members. And in doing so, they're able to start formulating their strategies. And we, as a cast member, you recognize which teams are really working together as a team, comparing notes, and which ones are kind of laying off of that. And you'll find as the scenes go by, they get a little more competitive with each of the different tables. It makes it for a fun evening. At the end of the night, of course, the tables are encouraged to turn in their audience form, which they have, and they give us who the murderer was and what the motive was. So by the end of the night, we know which tables have got the murderer and the motive correctly. If we do have a tie, then we have a tiebreaker in the questions in between each scene. We go to those questions as the tiebreaker. So whoever's answered the greatest amount of questions in between the scenes will ultimately be our winning team. So it makes for a very fun evening, but it also makes for good team building. It's a lot of fun. Everyone loves a murder mystery. Everyone loves a mystery. When you take that basic premise and set it in 1859 in a house that was built in 1859 with characters that are the same name portraying the actual people who lived in this magnificent edifice in 1859, with handmade costumes, very much period. that's all the draw you need. It's almost like a moth to the flames. And for the people that we've talked to, it is more than just a night of a dinner and a movie or dinner and a show. It adds that extra element of fun. Being that we ask the audience questions and being that we walk among the audience to get their questions and we mingle, the audience feels they're viscerally involved with this. They feel like they're on stage with us at times. Makes for a very fun evening. Mr. Randolph, I did want to talk to you about this piece of paper I have with me.
No, don't do it, you scoundrel!
Mr. Randolph, I assure you, I'm only trying to protect you from this man.
Horace Upton is a good and honorable man. I told you if you tried to ruin my life, you'd be sorry.
Harry, put the gun down!
You have to listen to me. You can't let this man near your family.
Where's my gun? Who took my gun?
Everyone, please calm down.
Mr. Miller, do not threaten my